Well, good morning, everybody. Verdier here, and I wanted to give you guys an update on how Honda of America is dealing with the whole BCM issue, at least as far as my case is concerned. And I am not overly pleased with how this is being done, but I'm going to let you know what happened. I'm going to give you some advice on how to handle this for you guys, and we'll go from there, and it looks like I'm in for the long haul on this one. I got a call on my phone from an Olivia from Honda of America. I had called to tell her about the BCM issue with my headlamps not working right. I had reported it to the dealership. We have taken all the steps that we could, and I was given the video and so forth. She said she would get back in touch with me later to let me know what they had to say. Well, I got a phone call and a message saying that they were closing the case. That did not impress me one little bit, so I called to find out what the situation was. What Honda America, or at least Olivia in this case, was telling me needed to be done is that she was handing this to the dealership to deal with, because basically it's being listed as a can't be reproduced issue. Yeah, well, that's true. It can't be technically reproduced because it happens in the middle of the night. And it doesn't happen immediately, but I do have video, which I have turned in. So basically what she wants me to do, or at least what Honda of America wants me to do, is to deal with the dealership on this and have them investigate and see what they can do about it. At this point, I don't know what the dealership can do because they need permission from Honda of America to replace any parts. And at this point, all they could do is throw parts at it, even though we are all of the opinion, or at least I'm of the opinion, it happened after the BCM update. It wasn't like this before the BCM update with the most newest software. So whatever this issue is, it's caused by the update of the BCM. For those who aren't in the know, it basically what happens is my automatic high beams stop working randomly while driving. It won't work anymore. I can use my high beams, but the automatic high beams won't work without turning the car off and back on. I was very unhappy with this response. I can understand where they're coming from. I mean, they want me to deal with the dealership. The problem is I really don't want to be going to the dealership often and bothering them. I have a reasonably good relationship with them, and dealerships can be very difficult to deal with. And the last thing in the world I want is for him again coming in. And this is not something that's going to get fixed very quickly. Now, I told Olivia, I said, look, the simplest thing is just put the old software back on. It'll load up the old software. No answers, no responses. I said, Olivia, you need to understand something. And I was getting a little upset. I didn't yell, but I was a little heated over this. I said, look, you got to understand something. First of all, this issue happens in the nighttime. You can't test this unless there's an actual code error. You can't test this unless the car's driven at night. So what dealership's going to be able to help my viewers? I mean, I got viewers who are looking for answers on this, who are trying to figure out, and I'm trying to figure out what the problem is. So how the heck are we going to fix this? I got video of it. It does happen. So what are we going to do? And I said, well, you're going to have to deal with the dealership, and they're going to try to liaison to try to figure it out. It was like talking to a broken record. So finally, I laid it out on the line. I said, Olivia, most of the people who talk to me tell me their dealers suck ass. I happen to be lucky. I happen to have two reasonably good dealers near me who are willing to work with me, who at least give that much of a shit to try to help me. I said, what the hell am I supposed to tell my viewers what the hell they're supposed to do? And then she got, she said pretty much, I can't comment on that. And, basically, go bark up a tree is basically where you're coming out of here. What are you supposed to do? If the dealership can't test it, they can only test general circuitry and codes, but they can't actually test the lights and see that it happen. I actually have a video of it happening, a full video, and still nobody's going to help. When the simplest thing to do is just all Honda of America has to say is, you guys need to find a way to put the old BCM software back onto the car. I can't even get that out of them. So this is where we're stuck at right now. Number one, if you're having no problem whatsoever, don't get the BCM update. Now, not a lot of people have talked about this issue with the high beams not working after a period of time. The reason I noticed it is because I used to drive, at least when I used to work at Best Buy, I used to drive an hour to work, an hour back, and the hour back would usually be at night. So I'd have a longer period of time to drive the car for this issue to happen. It didn't happen immediately. At first it did, but after it didn't happen immediately all the time. It would run for 20 minutes and the brights would work, auto brights would work, and then they would stop working. So most people are doing normal drives. They're not even going to notice it. I just don't notice it now with my short drives that I do. So what the hell to do? First of all, if you're having this problem, you have to go to your dealership and you have to report it. Number two, get a dash cam and videotape it happening so you have video evidence of it happening. Number three, call Honda of America and put in a complaint. They have to know about this. If they don't hear enough of this, they'll never fix it. I don't think they're ever going to fix it anyway. It's going to be pure luck. And number four, if they tell you to eat a bag of dicks, which is basically where I'm stuck at, because I really don't want to bother my dealership, but I want this fixed. It's time to start telling your district attorneys and filing complaints against Honda if they're not going to fix this issue, or if they're not going to at least acknowledge it as an issue and how to deal with it. It's not that Honda America hasn't acknowledged it happens to me. It's basically they can't do anything. They can't reproduce it. I said, what's to reproduce? You know what the problem is. Fix the frickin' problem. Give me back my old BCM software and I'll be happy. I tried to explain to her that Honda's beginning to really build up a bad reputation for this crap. Their dealerships, at least all these stories I hear from people about the dealerships treating them like crap, not answering any questions, not helping them in any way. I happen to get lucky, have dealerships like this. And I said, what the hell are we supposed to do if you people won't back us up on this? So that's basically where we're at. I'm going to keep fighting on this one. My dealership's going to be good about it. I got to try to probably keep it to bothering them once a month. I'm going to see if I can get the old BCM software put back on my car. Right now, unless you've had an issue, don't do the BCM update. I don't care what they say. Don't do it, at least for this particular issue, if you're worried about your auto brights working, because there is definitely issues and people are having other issues. And if Honda's only response is if they can't reproduce it, they can't fix it. Well, how the hell are you supposed to reproduce something that you have to be in the dark and all your dealerships are closed after dark and Honda of America won't do anything? How the hell are you supposed to do it? I have video evidence. Get your damn video evidence. And we need to start filing complaints online against Honda on this. Honda of America, you're being asswipes in this case, and you guys need to do a little bit better job. Now, hopefully, my dealer and the manager of the repairs department at my dealership will be able to figure it out with his friend, who's a regional manager or whatever, what's going on and how to fix it. But if you're expecting help from Honda, I don't know what Honda's going to do. I mean, I'm assuming they will, if they get enough responses on it, they are going to work it. I don't think they're just going to totally ignore it. But you guys have got to let them know. So this is where we're at with BCM. Basically eating bags of dicks. But you have to, don't deter this, have this deter you from calling Honda of America and filing a complaint about this problem. This is absolutely stupid that I have to go through this. Took forever to get the vents fixed. They're still not fixed. I'm still waiting on the part. But to find that out, and the only reason I figured it out was because I had a dealership that was willing to try to figure it out. So now we got to deal with a BCM. So my original opinion was, since they know they're fixing known issues, do the BCM update. At this point, if you value your auto brights, your auto high beams working, and it's a touch and go whether it's going to cause that problem, and it's really up to you. You make your own decisions. If you've seen no problems with the car, I wouldn't bother with the BCM update until we know Honda knows what the hell they're doing. because apparently they can't update the radios to keep them from crashing, and they're not updating the BCM to keep it from fucking up. And I don't know if they're going to do anything, and this can't reproduce is horse shit. That's horse shit. Can't reproduce. Come on. Bite my ass. All right, that's all I got to say of it. I'm a little pissed off about this. I'm passing this on to you guys. I want you guys, you have this problem. You follow these directions. Go to your dealership. File a complaint. Have them looked at. If they're not able to figure it out, whatever, go to Honda of America. Let them know what the issue is. If you're having issues like this with the BCM update, let them know what's going on. Let them deal with the dealership. Go from there. If nothing works out there, then we need to go online and we got to start raising holy hell on this, because I'm not taking crap like this. I just don't like this kind of attitude. She wasn't nasty. Don't get me wrong. She was never nasty or mean, and I don't think they're denying that there's an issue. It's just the least she could have said, well, we're going to try changing this and see if this fixes it. They're not going to do shit. And there is an issue, and it's on video. An issue, and it can be reproduced. So, Honda, you can eat a bag of dicks. And that's what I got to say. Verdier out.